Hey everybody, welcome to this first episode of this new season of the Arcade Masterpieces. Today we got a very amazing game, an actual masterpiece. Galaxy Force 2, made by Sega in 1988. You're gonna see it's gonna be a shooter game, but this one has very special characteristics, graphically speaking. Look at this amazing graphics for the time. Remember, this was made in 1988. And to be honest, I mean, this plays very similar to Star Fox. But if you ask me, this is way better than Star Fox for a series of reasons. I mean, despite the fact Star Fox came out on a console, which is more of a, probably something more remarkable than a hardware-based game like this one. Look at the moves, look at the graphics. This is not as pixelated, for example, as Star Fox was. I mean, and taking into account when this game came out, remember, late 80s. And Star Fox came out like in mid 90s, more or less. But yeah, Arcade made great use of these resources back in the day to make very short games, very simple games, but they were absolutely revolutionary for the time. As a matter of fact, a lot of people think that Nintendo created the Mold 7. Of course, it was a great development, the idea of enjoying the Mold 7 feature on a console. But this was developed by companies such as Namco and Konami in late 80s, with games such as Ajax, Philios, and Marverland. The last two I mentioned were made by Namco. Actually, the next two episodes of the Arcade Masterpieces will be based on those games I just mentioned, just for you to see how advanced technology was, graphically speaking, in video games in late 80s, even before the release of the Super Nintendo. But let's go back to this game. As you can see, this plays very similar to Star Fox, as I said before, but can be also compared to other Sega games that came out more or less around the same time, like Afterburner, which came out in 1987, in which you see a shooting game in which you can move horizontally and vertically as well, in which you can hold the button in order to shoot normal bullets, or well, these are not bullets, lasers, rays, whatever, and another button for missiles. I really like this level. Reminds me a lot of Gradius 2 because of these fire dragons coming out of the lava or fire. The music is pretty good too. Probably you won't be able to hear it that much because I'm commenting over it. It's really interesting. And unlike Star Fox, I don't know, I'm not so much of a Star Fox fan, to be honest. I don't want to be that technical when comparing both games, but I think you're not able to move your ship that freely, either to the sides or up and down like Star Fox. But not only the sprites, not only the ship itself, also the background moves, so it's a lot more of a positive thing for the time. Remember, this was made in 1988. I have always remarked how advanced Sega technology was when it came to making graphic-based games. Regardless the length, as I said before, this is an arcade game, it's supposed to be short. You beat it in how many minutes? Let's see, 30, 35 minutes at most. Probably less than that. This game is quite short, as I said before. But you can enjoy very beautiful graphics, pretty interesting music. Right, I got extra energy because I didn't get hit so many times inside the enemy fortress. That's a way for you not to die, or the way for you to attempt a one credit run, of course. It's not part of my objectives. I don't even plan on finishing this game, I'm just gonna play the first 2 or 3 games. At first you can say, well, this game has awesome graphics, very solid controls, and all that. Even very catchy music and superior than Star Fox in a lot of senses. I insist, this is way better than Star Fox. Probably some Nintendo fanboy would disagree with me for a series of reasons. And one of them is without a doubt the fact this was an arcade game, a hardware-based game, and the other game, in this case Star Fox, was on a console with a very small chip. I know that, but well, anyway. Despite the fact, you can say, well, this game looks very obscure, not really attractive, apart from the main features, but you will see that after the second level, this game is not that obscure as it looks like at first. So you don't only enjoy the generic, typical outer space level, but also some natural environments. I'm providing a little bit of a spoiler, but actually you can watch other videos for you to see the complete game. I'll be eventually recording it, why not? I'm running out of energy, let's see if I can beat the level. Yeah, I beat the level before I died. It's pretty good. And I recover some of the energy. Not that much though, so... This is what I was telling you about. See, it's not obscure as it looks like at first. I think I have a limited amount of missiles. I was using pretty much all the missiles I had for destroying enemies. Just can shoot one of them, not two. So yeah, overall this is a quite enjoyable game. I think it came out on the Sega Genesis, but of course graphics were not the same. I mean, this could be, or could have been easily a Super Nintendo game. Probably the Super Nintendo couldn't handle this. I'm not sure. This could have came out, for example, on Sega CD. I think there is a Sega Arcade Collection on PlayStation 3 in which you can actually get this game. The original version, that is. So yeah, this is a real masterpiece because of all of the reasons I told you. Graphically, this game is quite attractive. Music-wise, is not bad at all. Provides enough action, controls are pretty good. I missed the announcer saying left or right turn. Well, you could have gone to either side. A power-up. Apparently the power-up provides you the possibility of shooting 2 missiles instead of just 1. Extra energy?
Extra energy.
Yeah, and quite a lot. 1400. That's fuel, basically. When you run out of energy, you run out of fuel. Well, this game is called Galaxy Force 2. I never actually played the prequel. I think it came out on arcades and Master System. Not entirely sure about it. I think when you get your shield broken, you actually get more damaged every time you touch the wall or get hit by an enemy. So yeah, I insist, next time, or the next episode, the Arcade Masterpieces, at least 2 or 3 more episodes apart from this one, I'll be not necessarily reviewing, but at least playing a little bit and showing some of these advanced graphics in late 80s, in this case Mode 7 based games like Philios, Marvel or Ajax, made by Konami in 87. Obviously, if you have requests with arcade games that are worth reviewing or taking a look at, just post them. I'll be recording them, playing them first, recording them and get some information out of these games first. For me to feature it on the show. I think this is the end of the level. Yeah, here it is. The control center was a bit tougher this time, so I used a couple of missiles. So yeah, that was Galaxy Force 2, made by Sega 1988. Great game with great graphics, controls and music. Worth trying out on MAME if you have the chance. See you later.